Good morning, it's Deb Watson here, and in this video we'll paint a sea turtle, step by step, starting with an outline, building up the blue water in layers, with brown for the turtle, and you'll see how to use a white gel pen for the white lines in the shell and the skin. The full lesson is free at watsonwatercolor.com. First, paint a light background color on the bottom and blue on the top. I'm starting with a watery mix of cerulean blue and a touch of burnt sienna, but there's not much color, mostly water. If you use good paper and you have a wash brush, that will really help for a smooth wash. Did you notice that I don't have my paper taped down? That way it can stretch evenly when it's wet and not buckle. Next, I mix a thicker puddle of color and paint that on the top. The bottom is looking too light, so I add a little more of the blue-brown watery mix. You have to dry very well between washes. The paper needs to be bone dry so that the first wash will stay put when you add more paint. This time I'm making a thicker wash of blue. I'm using more paint and less water. I wet the entire paper with clean water and drip off any excess water so it's just damp. I paint the thicker blue in the middle of the lighter blue area, leaving some of the light blue at the bottom. And then I do a few ripples at the top. Once again, dry very well. Let's compare our wash to the reference photo. I think my blue still needs more color in the middle. I'll do one more wash, wet the paper, drip it off, and paint thicker blue in the middle, and dry very well. Next we'll paint the turtle. Here's my burnt sienna, black, raw sienna, and raw umber. If you have a light, medium, and dark brown, you can use those, but if you don't have a darker brown, you can mix your brown with black or ultramarine blue. The legs are the easy part. Just paint them a dark brown. For the head, add a dark eye on the left, along with a hint of a shadow, and paint the rest light brown. The turtle's shell is very light on the right side where the sunlight is hitting, and then it gets darker as you move left. The shell doesn't need to be a smooth wash because the color is mottled. The outside edge of the shell is a little lighter, and you can separate that by making it darker above it. I'm going to put a shadow line at the very bottom. Before this dries, I dab in more of the brown color for mottling. You can use some of your leftover browns to add very faint mottling to the background, but be sure to keep it light in value. Now that the turtle is dry, tweak your values. Use a damp brush to re-wet areas you want lighter by rubbing them and lifting up the paint, and then wipe it on a paper towel. For areas you want darker, add more paint. Now for the lighter lines in the skin. Only use your white pen on completely dry paper, or you may ruin your pen. The lines in the flippers may seem random, but you'll get more reality if you try to copy them pretty much the way they are in your photograph. Place your photograph right beside your work so you can look back and forth. Your turtle is done. If you think the white is too stark, you can add more paint over top the white to tone it down. Here's some other details you can suggest in your painting. A tiny school of fish on the left side helps balance the composition. You can also add ripples of movement coming from the turtle. Or you can re-wet and lift up some bubbles, rising in the water. This sea turtle is fun and easy to paint if you work step by step. You'll find this free lesson, along with lots of others, at watsonwatercolor.com. Happy painting!